And I hate games that start me on the last save that I saved on instead of the one that I was just playing.
What?
Fire Emblem, literally. If you reset the game, but you were playing on a different save file, it will literally always start you when you load a game on the save file that you saved on last. So instead of it being like, oh, well, you loaded this save file and you were playing on this save file, but we're gonna put you on this save file because this is the one you saved from last.
Yeah, man. Isn't that how you do it?
Okay, so after one of the recordings, I don't know which, there were only two. Me and Carter were kind of talking a bit jokingly about Master of Master theories. I wanted to start calling him Mom, so I will now do that for the rest of this sentence. So we're talking.
Hold on. Because, I have a firm belief that I'm afraid to even talk about this conversation.
No, I just want to know if this is a theory anyone else has picked up on, or if it holds water. It come to the realization that if the Master of Master is missing their eye, I feel like they would be a character that is missing their eye, and that.
No, stop. We've already come up with that one, and it's probably the most plausible person you can be.
So that is actually a general consensus. I
told you that.
I was unsure if people had noticed that.
But realistically, realistically, let's stop for a second because you could use that idea and say maybe that's a thing. But that would literally say that he time traveled after a point, and that still doesn't make sense.
He has the weird.
I said that too.
Well, I mean, the man lost his eye.
He has weird space powers.
He lost his eye in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
But let's look at it at a better situation where we basically have to assume that the person would have to know all of these things are going to happen. And they handed Lushu a Keyblade, and then someone else apparently also has that Keyblade. So I think we need to look at the fact that everybody should know the Master of Masters is actually Xehanort.
No! Shut your
No, it's going to.
up.
No, it's
that
going to be.
Doesn't even make sense.
No, it's going to be.
He has the Keyblade.
We already talked about why that doesn't make sense, Brian.
No, it's going to be a time traveling sword from the future.
We came up with that theory already.
We came up with that theory too.
But I mean, again,
okay.
so to end the Kingdom Hearts,
I think I'd be okay if that was the case too.
To stop the mom theories for a second, because realistically, we'll never get anywhere with them. Here's the entire problem.
I didn't want to actually talk about it.
Here's the problem with that character: is in order to time travel, you had to have already been there.
I didn't want to actually talk about it. I just realized that, and I wanted to know, did anyone else ever realize this?
Most people, for some reason, are in the general consensus that it's not Braig. And
So,
I'm sorry, the only character whose personality makes sense is Braig. So if it's not Braig, then he's just his own character. Because if he's Xehanort, I'm just gonna quit. Because I literally rebuke that theory.
I have $10 on Xehanort.
So,
Well, back to the game, because last time we made it to the end.
and I will try to deal with this in editing, but because of the new capture card and some weird mic settings,
That is a JPEG right there.
and because of the way we have audio set up, and I notice this problem periodically, and I can't fix it. A lot of our last recording has this weird audio glitch in it. It's usable, but it's gonna sound a little funky. I'm sorry about that. I think what does it seems to be... At the moment, we're doing a single microphone setup with a voice mode for multiple people, but if the mic's set up a little high, it seems multiple people talking seem to kind of overload it, which leads to that weird issue. So I cut the volume down because I noticed Me and Carson alone have never got that issue. I only get it randomly if Sean and Brian are both here. And until I can get a huge audio board and a multi-microphone set up, I think it's just I need to cut larger group volume down a little bit and just fuck with it in editing. So, on and off for several parts, and I'm sorry about that, when I mess with the audio and editing, it should be a little bit less jank, but...
So it took until the end of the game for us to get a combo with Soren, Donald, and Goofy.
So...
technically it's useless
Gasolo
anyway.
Blibbity.
Technically it's useless anyway, because that's way too inconsistent.
One of these days, I will... Now, if people want us to have...
Oh, damn.
So, if you want us to have better audio set up soon, you just need to drop a couple grand into my Patreon. Yeah, because that's...
Oh look, that card just happened to come up right in the corner.
I can't card my Patreon!
Okay, then we'll put an annotation. Oh wait, YouTube took those away.
It's in the description.
Mm.
Only partners can link to pay sites, and even YouTube started low-key banning people for trying to link to Patreon and stuff because YouTube didn't like the idea of people asking for money on a site that wasn't theirs.
Hmm.
That was a controversy a while back. YouTube was kind of barring people from putting Patreon links and stuff in their
Oops, I did
videos.
it the wrong way,
Yep, you did it the wrong way, man. Now you got Wild Crash.
which I've had.
So-
So Carson, you're wrong.
But
Anyway,
then why did the game make a note
Oh,
about it?
Because that's Trinity Force.
so,
Or Trinity Limit.
um,
Not Trinity Force.
I might correct this in text in one of the last parts, and again, sorry about the commentary. I'm still working on trying to make sure I find a good, coherent setup, because no matter what I do, it just seems to be the way we record just sometimes fucks up the audio until
So-
a small correction, just a short point. We had that really long... We were talking about Generation 1, and in the commentary, I continue to get Super and Hyper Fang mixed up. I thought I had it the correct order, but I kept misnaming it. The move that Brian was talking about is not the half health one, it's just the freakishly overpowered one, but it
This
does...
is what happens when you have similar named moves.
I do that all the damn time. I just wanted to talk about that for a minute.
Game.
So, yeah.
This is important. So, this game is really jank with its experience gain. And so, realistically, if you want to grind, you should wait until you're on floor 13. Because you don't get any... Oh, you can get experience on the Destiny Islands floor, but if you notice I stopped to fight enemies again on that floor. But I stopped because I don't like the enemies on that floor. But if you want really good experience really fast, you just do what I'm about to do. You get you some tornado limits ready, you enter a fight, and you do this.
Yeah, that trick. So,
And they told me air magic
back
was
to the
useless.
very short Pokemon point. In the commentary, and I might correct this in text, I got confused with Super and Hyper Fang again, where I thought the early learning one was the 50% health, but it's just the set damage
That's always
one.
been my problem with, like I said, similar names.
I do that all the damn time, but...
It's like I always get low kick and low sweep mixed up.
Brian,
So,
I need your comment on what I just did.
It's very efficient.
So,
Like-
yeah.
10
I have
10
a-
out of 10.
And again, they told me wind magic was useless.
So, that's the thing.
Only good against flying units, ha.
It's a good normal move for what it's
Oh,
worth.
that's not. Oh, Carson, that's
So-
not a thing in Conquest.
It's not?
No.
what's the magic in Conquest, then?
It's red.
It's just a red weapon.
I mean, it doesn't do extra damage to flying units unless it literally says does extra damage to flying units, and that's what makes Excalibur. You don't get Excalibur until the chapter before the last chapter in Conquest. And that's if you decide to get the chest that Iago standing beside.
Even in Awakening, at least the most basic of flying magic did, or the most basic of air magic did more damage against flying units. Anyway, I had another point. Oh yeah, this higher version of Shadow, they're named Neo Shadows, right?
Yeah, Neo
Yes.
Shadow.
That means their name is literally Black Shadow. Neo was black, right?
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, because in in the original Devil May Cry, Virgil was, it was like Neo Angelo or Nero Angelo. It's supposed to be one, but it was the other due to a translation error.
This crazy thing.
So,
So,
for
anyway.
anyone who's paying attention, the combination is literally arrow, gravity, and a summon card. Doesn't matter what summon card. So pick your highest number of summon cards. As long as you can collect the enemies, which can be harder with these, you can pretty much kill them in 3. But if you can't, make sure you have some items to restore all magic cards, like height ethers, and then you can do it again.
Is this combat Kingdom Hearts 2? No. But is it solid? Yes.
I would say no.
I mean, there's a lot here. I think there's just a lot that's unexplored here.
There's also a lot that kinda ends up pointless, because this game, due to its card system, more so than most RPGs, really ends up with the problem of you're either grossly overpowered or grossly underpowered.
That's balance.
No.
Yes.
No, it isn't.
Yes, if you can be any and fix the problem without...
But there's no... It's one extreme or the other. There's no middle ground. You're never
What do you
even
mean?
with something.
What are you talking about? I feel...
Yeah, you'll be
you
even
talking
with
about?
something if you say, hey, guys, we should stop grinding or else we're just gonna fuck them up.
I mean, I wouldn't even say you need to grind. Like, right now I'm grinding, not because I have to, because I can go kill the final boss now. It'll just be harder if I do it. And I know that if I do this, it won't be that as hard. But I mean, I can go kill the final boss right now.
Anywho.
I've never tried it. I mean, the only time I've ever fought this final boss is at max level. And that wasn't because I needed to be max level, it's because I wanted to be max level. And the final boss is still, like, it didn't just go down.
Submit!
But no, because realistically, if you're grossly underpowered, it's because you didn't build your oh, wow.
You are right! You didn't build your dick,
You
right?
didn't build,
That was a sentence.
you didn't build your
This
dick right.
entire game is a dick measuring contest.
So, I mean, if you didn't build your dick right, you need to figure out what you did wrong, and you go fix it. As far as I'm concerned, if the game makes you sit there and think, what can I do to fix my problem? And there's a fix you can do right there. Or, if the fix is hypothetically, well, we need this card, and you go get that card, that's good design.
What can I do to fix my dick?
Ah, yeah, that's one of my favorite combinations.
Holy.
You just really, it's like a screen nuke.
Oh, it's holy.
It's literally like more consistent Trinity limit with more damage.
Anywho.
Why doesn't Sora have these moves?
He forgot them.
Apparently!
So,
If Lethal Flame is not in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'ma be upset.
I'm gonna be upset if a game isn't in Kingdom
if people,
Hearts 3.
if
Hey
people,
man, they're afraid that it's
Hey,
too
man.
big.
Hey man, they already talked about what all you do in Frozen. You know
So-
who joined your party in Frozen?
Speaking of dicks, they're afraid it's too big.
Do you know who joined your party in Frozen World?
My guess would...
No, I can tell you. There's no guessing anymore, Carson.
I was going to say, the obvious guess would be one or both of the sisters.
Nope.
But because that's the obvious one, it's fucking Olaf.
Nope.
That's what I said.
Who else, then?
Huh?
The guy?
Uh-oh, we're in trouble now. We just need to escape.
Why are we in trouble?
Apparently,
Nope.
regular ether does not give me back my first slight card.
So,
Which is a fixable problem, actually. Because
So
I just have to get Riku.
So then, like, who the hell is it in...
Marshmallow!
Who?
Marshmallow!
I never saw Frozen. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the giant, it's the ice monster.
The fuck?
The ice monster joined you. Also, apparently, Larxene has magical ice powers. Because she apparently, there is a... You wanted exploration, Carson. They talked about exploration. There will be an ice labyrinth for you to explore. That Larxene made. Don't ask me why Larxene has ice powers to make an ice labyrinth.
Why did any of them have powers when
Oh!
you really get right down to it?
Oh, you wanna know why? Because all the people on Xehanort's side are the nobodies who turn back into somebodies and then turn back into nobodies. Larxene is a nobody. That's not Larxene's human form. That's Larxene. You know why? Because he couldn't figure out how to name her without using the X.
And this is why we ignore the story.
Correct.
so
You are correct.
miscellaneous random thing, just to ramble about it. So, I had attempted to do some streaming, and I still had a constant weird data cap. So, and I just want to rant about this because, my God, what I'm about to say is far too ridiculous to even seem tangibly real, but what I'm about to say is 100% the truth. So, our internet has always been pathetically low, and I could not for the life of me figure out why, because AT&T said it should be better. Doing some research, AT&T in the year 2006, 2007 bought Bell South with an acquisition, and basically they had bought Bell South with the guys that they were going to upgrade all the area that Bell South controlled. They were going to upgrade that area and give those areas, which is a lot of Georgia, by the way, they were going to upgrade those areas and get a nice, good, solid internet, but based on the standards of 2007, they were able to get away with barely doing anything. But this is so extreme. Our internet is legacy DSL lines that are copper phone lines from the year 1990. We are basically trying to run 2018 internet on a DSL line. That's why our internet is laughably bad. Because this area is the legacy Bell South lines that are still in the ground. Remember, dial-up? It's basically lines for that. So,
And they were bad at running dial-up.
That sucks.
Remember back in the day when you used to yell down the hall when you couldn't get on to your Yahoo email? Hey, get off the phone!
I used to call Sean and kill the internet in the house.
I'm not used to this attack.
I used to call Sean a lot. Now I
If
know.
Raging Storm isn't in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'ma be upset.
What, you mean Fire 2?
Fire 2, boys!
You know
What is it?
That's what that looks like.
You know the best, funniest thing to me, and I will always laugh. Back in the day, I used to call Sean all the time. But then, technology advanced, but everyone basically uses phones to text people, which is funny to me because you're not using them to speak, you're using them to read text.
And by that you mean read emojis.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, who do you guys think Mom is? Kingdom Hearts 3 did not reveal the answer, so I feel like this question is still very topical. As for my own theory, I'm not really sure at this point, because Nomura was doing a lot of weird shit with these characters, So it's becoming harder and harder to actually craft theories due to the direction the story was going. But anyway, I would love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. My social media links are in the video description, but now I need to be a shill for a minute. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button and leaving some comments really helps. If you want to keep up with our videos, hitting the subscription button and ringing the notification bell is the best way to do so. And if you follow me on social media, that helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all next time.